Hello children, here is the continuation of lesson 7, that is the union government, state government and judiciary. It is a part 2 video of the state government. In part 1 we have studied about the union government, which is also known as the central government. Let us have a more discussion on the state government. Here in the state government, it is discussed about the organs of state government, that is the executive, judiciary and legislature. So three organs, legislature, executive and judiciary, as well as the bicameral and the importance of lower house and upper house, and the qualification and functions of legislators and the qualification and powers of the governor also explained. So you can see in the picture the joint session of the legislature. The state has their own governments. So you can see here the Vidhana Saudha in Bengaluru and High Court of Karnataka, as well as Suvarna Saudha, Belagavi. You can see here. The state has their own governments. Though they extend their power is limited, extent of power is limited, they have the autonomy in their matters. These states are formed on the basis of languages. So how states are formed? On the basis of languages. The state of language of Karnataka is Kannada. So which is our state language, children? Kannada is our state language. Our constitution has laid down uniform systems of administration in all states, and state governments have similar government structure of union government of India. So same like central government, state government also have the same structures. The state legislature. The three organs of the state government are legislature, executive and judiciary. So the legislature is composed by whom? Governor and the legislature, and legislature makes the law. Who makes the law here? Legislature. So the legislative assembly is known as the lower house, whereas in the central government we call it as the upper house, and Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha as the lower house, Rajya Sabha as the upper house. Here in the state government, legislative assembly is known as the lower house. What are the compositions here? The legislative assembly, which is also known as lower house, is elected, is the house of the elected representatives of the people. It is a house where the people are elected representatives. There are 224 seats in Karnataka Legislative Assembly, and the members of legislative assemblies, that is MLAs, elect one among these themselves as a speaker of the house. Here who appoints are elected among themselves, among the members, as a speaker, the members of the legislative assembly. The MLAs are elected for a term of 5 years. So the MLAs are elected for the terms of how many years? For 5 years. And what are the qualification of the members? He should be a citizen of India. First, second one, he should not be less than 25 years of age. He should not hold any office or profit under the government. He should not have any office or profit, and he should not be insolvent. He should not borrow money from others. And powers and functions of the lower house, that is the legislative assembly. The legislative assembly is in reality the legislature of the state. In reality, it is the legislature of the state. In all financial matters, the decision of the assembly is final. So, in any financial matters, the decision of the assembly will be, which assembly? Legislative assembly will be final. The council of ministers is responsible to the assembly when the majority of members of assembly find the government policies unsatisfactory. They may, through a non-confidence motion, make the council of ministers resign. The members participate in the election of the President of India. Next, let us study the Legislative Council, that is the upper house. What are the compositions here? The members of the Legislative Council is not more than 1/3 of the members of the Legislative Assembly. It will not be 1/3. And the number of members in the Karnataka Legislative Council is 75. So what is the number of members here? Karnataka Legislative Council will be 75. A few members are nominated by the governor, and few members are nominated by whom? By the governor. Others are elected by the members of the Legislative Assembly. So others are elected how? By the members of the Legislative Assembly, local bodies, registered guarantees and teachers. The MLAs are elected for the terms of 6 years. They should not be less than 30 years of age. The state executive here. The state executive consists of governor of the state, chief minister and council of ministers. The governor is the constitutional head of the state executive. The chief minister is the chief executive and president nominates the governor whose terms of office will be 5 years. So what are the qualifications required to become a governor? Should be a citizen of India, should have completed 35 years of age, should not be a member of either parliament or state legislature. Next we shall study the powers of the governor. The governor appoints the chief minister and on his advice appoints the rest of the minister. He will appoint the chief minister. On the advice of the chief minister, he will appoint, the governor will appoint the other ministers. The bill approved by the legislature houses needs the assent of the governor to become a law. That he has to consider it. When the president dissolves the state government and imposes the president rule in the state, the governor takes charge of the administration of the state. So who will take in charge when the president dissolves the state government? When there is no president for the state government, who has to take the in charge? The governor has to take the government and imposes the president rule. The state and the governor takes the charge of the administration of the government. Chief minister. Chief minister is the head of the state government. The governor appoints the leader of the party or the group that gains majority in the election for the legislative assembly as the chief minister. So chief minister will be the head of the state government. What are the powers and functions of chief minister? The governor appoints the minister on the advice of the chief minister. So who appoints the ministers? Governor appoints the ministers on whose advice? Chief minister's advice. The chief minister has the power to allocate the department of ministers or change the departments. The chief minister has the power to drop the ministers. He plays an important role in maintaining good relationship between the center and the state. Next, let us study about the judiciary. What are the qualification and the functions of the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court and the Chief Justice of High Court? The independent system that interprets law and passes judgments is called judiciary. So, what is judiciary? The independent system that interprets law and passes judgments is called judiciary. Law and judiciary play an important role in the administration of the state. What are the functions of the court here? The court interprets the laws framed by the legislature. It looks after the laws framed by the legislature. They gave judgments relating to the disputes between individuals and the government. They perform the government task of protecting life, property, dignity and rights of the citizens. The courts are not controlled by either the legislature or executive. They function impartially and independently. Next, we shall study about the Supreme Court. Under our constitution, we have common judicial system for entire country. This promotes national unity and highest court of law in India is the Supreme Court. So, which is the highest court of law? Supreme Court. It consists of Chief Justice of India and 25 other judges. They all are appointed by whom? By President of India, and Supreme Court is in New Delhi. Where is the Supreme Court? It is in New Delhi. The High Court is the highest court of law in the state. Whereas the highest court of law in India is Supreme Court. The High Court is the highest court of law in the state. The High Court of Karnataka is in Bengaluru, whereas Supreme Court is in New Delhi. It consists of Chief Justice and other judges. There are 24 High Courts in our country. So how many High Courts are there in our country? 24 High Courts. You can see the picture here, Supreme Court which is in New Delhi and the High Court which is in Bengaluru. What are the qualifications of to become a High Court judge? He should be a citizen of India. In order to become a High Court judge, he should be a citizen of India, must have served under the Indian judiciary for at least 10 years. He should be served under Indian judiciary for at least 10 years, or must have served an advocate of the High Court for 10 years. Either he should be an advocate of the High Court or he has to be served in the Indian judiciary for at least 10 years. So this is all about the qualification of a High Court judge. So here we complete this chapter, the union government, state government and judiciary. Hope you all understood, children. Thank you.